all available forces necessary to kill this brigade. And so the city is soon to be ours. They're surrounded there. The main force is retreating. Whatever's left is no match for us. They have been killed off there. And would you look at that? Some of the cavalrymen are still able to muster a counterattack. Obviously, they are the ones that keeping this battle together. They are losing troops at a very, very high rate. There's probably nothing left. Everybody's routing, and we ended up with a decisive victory, which should mean that the city is ours. Almost ours. We gain more letters of demand. Their army is retreating from this city. And so
village assiégé.
We should try to kill them, but we'll try to regain our strength for a few turns there. Nothing we can do. If we attack now, we would lose too many brigades, and it would be so much better for us to keep them. Now, fleet has arrived, so we finally have something that will help us transport our divisions. I'm already sending these there into the port. Unfortunately, we didn't have the money to fully reinforce. In here, on the other hand, we can get into a major fight, and so we will. The French are expanding too. They will go once again into our territory, and we're stretched too thinly to defend effectively. Iroquois Confederacy is fighting their own rebels. Our forces at Inuit lands are too stretched. Would you look at that? We have a clear victory here. And so we will use it to our advantage and claim it. They have made a dire mistake there. Now, battles here are going to be very, very difficult. We finally did, in fact, took it down. So that's very good for us. Our money has dropped significantly because of all these armies, but we did recover some of our cities and gained some more. Now we'll be holding a very, very meaningful grip on Europe. I checked some cavalry technologies and I don't find anything that would be so much more useful. However, as you can see, we are able to trade with many more nations, and I'll try to do just that. Let's create ourselves a relationship with Great Britain. Unfortunately, they wouldn't want to trade with me. What if I give you some money, not everything? They would reject. However, let's try this. And we are making deals in India. Would you look at that? What about Ottoman Empire? Yes, it looks like nations from far away are much more inclined to trade with us. Russia decided not, but what if we offer them some money? What if I would give you a lot more? No, they're not going to be persuaded that easily. Let me try to give you an access. No, they won't. They won't trade with me. What about our neighbor Denmark? The neighbors are not going to be inclined. However, others will. Without reasonable amount of money, we are unable to secure all. Whoa. Württemberg. The allies, enemies. They have enemies. I really don't want military alliance with them, and they even wanted a region from me. Can't believe that. Yeah, because you can see they did want it. A region. What about them becoming a protectorate? No. In any case, this wasn't the deal that would have happened anyway. Our grip in France has strengthened tremendously. but we'll have to wait this out. As you can see, our occupied territories are trying to rebel. We're still hostile. They're rejecting, Savoy is rejecting peace treaties utterly. At least our income is increasing slowly but surely. In here troops have to recover, but they won't. Looks like we're going to lose this city once again, which is a shame actually. The enemy forces around there have increased substantially around Agvituk, and so I do not think that it would be a smart decision to launch an attack on very highly populated enemy town like Agvituk, and they're able to build a variety of troops. And even if we would win this, we would most likely win this after suffering tremendous casualties. So we will leave it be, build ourselves a much stronger force, because that's exactly what we need, and only after that we will counterattack. Obviously a combined force in North America would be able to take them on, but current split force would hold no chance. As you can see, some islands are being held by rebels after the fall of the Netherlands. Fighting in India would prove to be an extraordinary feat over fighting in Europe against our potential allies. Now we're just going to go through. As you can see, for quite a few years we're fighting, and so we're spending maybe 80% of all of our income on military related matters, and we're just not expanding nor researching any commerce or industry related buildings or technologies. However, if we'll be weak, the enemies will surely use that to their own advantage, and they'll just attack us like they already did. It's good that we beated one of them in Rainland, but there's still quite a few left. Louisiana has managed to assemble a large navy force, but I would suggest them to focus less on the navy and a lot more on land force. Would you look at that? Iroquois Confederacy is approaching my lands, which is very, very dangerous. It's very, very bad. We should even probably attack them. Currently we are completely on the defense against those Indians that are creating many troubles for us. We have them surrounded there. We should advance. And have them in. A rebellion once again has occurred in Netherlands. And so we will deal with this rebellion using our force station in Rhineland.
Monsieur, vos ordres?
It has not completely recovered its full might. But one thing's for sure.
Fier et victorieux!
Our economy did in fact has recovered.
Force et honneur!
Done. We'll get all these troops back.
Votre humble serviteur.
I'm going to recruit them
Monsieur, vos ordres?
back. We'll need to keep these areas under our control, and then we'll march on Savoy. Trade route raided. Okay. Looks like Ottoman Empire won't be giving us as much money, and Mughal Empire, because we're being raided. In here, I'm going to retrain these soldiers there before I move out.
Nous sommes vainqueurs! Oui, monsieur.
Good. Let's attack other ships that are blockading us. The workers are on strike in Rhineland. They were recently occupied. A few trades have been gained. Finally, the nobility in Netherlands, after the rebellion, decided they don't want to fight anymore. A position in there is quite clear. Let's see if we can march without our artillery. And so we can, but it won't give us an advantage that I would otherwise would like to see. The force in there should be able to defend against the Indians. And we're left with just moving forward. Oh no, Great Britain has declared war on us. That is bad, really bad. And they've called in many allies. Those allies decided not to start continue war. And now things are gonna go the wrong way, because we're currently going to face an extremely potent enemy, Great Britain, and we're still fighting in Europe. So what does that mean? That means that I have to invade Great Britain or win a war against their fleets. However, I suspect that Great Britain will be invading us soon enough themselves. Still, the only thing I see is that they are going to make our lives so much more difficult More wars have been declared. This nation has declared war on you. So Prussia has declared war on us too. So currently we are at so many wars that we're just being squeezed from all sides. And we were in a very good position just recently, actually.